3, and after that I decided that I have to pursue something else. So I was manager in SBI, and now I teach. So I hopefully from my own experiences I'll add a lot of value to your education. And education wise, I'm a graduate in mathematics. After that, I joined bank. I did my JAIIB CAIIB in the first year itself. And after that, I did my MBA in banking and finance. I did one advanced financial management course from XLRI Jamshedpur. So I'm here to bring you all that knowledge, bring you all that experience that I had in my own tenure as a stint at SBI. So let's first begin. And your paper, first of all, we'll see that when is your paper. Your paper is beginning on 20th of October, and 20th it is Indian economy and Indian financial system. On 26th October, you have your principle and practices of banking. After that, accounting, you are not getting because this is back to back, 26th and 27th, and 9th of November, your exams will be over after retail banking and wealth management. I'll be teaching you principles and practices of banking, and I will be covering module B. I will cover module B of principle and practices of banking. Module A, C, and D will be covered by Aman ma'am. Our classes is starting from tomorrow in the crash course, and there we will be starting with module B. So first of all, what is principle and practices of banking? First of all, understand that why it is different, why principle is different and practices is different. As you have seen in your book, that I'm just giving one example to tell you that in banking, sometimes principle is different from the practices of banking. And I'm giving you just example that if a check comes to your branch and amount in figure is written 5 lakhs rupees, but in words it is written 50 lakhs. What will you do? Will you do the payment? It is 5 lakhs, in figure it is 5 lakhs, and in words it is 50 lakhs. And what does the principle says? Principle says that according to NI Act section 18, you can make the payment based on what is written in words. You can ignore this one. If it is written in words 50 lakhs, you can make the payment. But the practice is that we return the check by saying that the amount in figure and amount in words differ. So this is the practice, and that is why we will be covering in this particular book, Principle and Practices of Banking, both the things. You have to know the principle as well as you have to know the practices of the banking. And as I told you that I'm an ex-banker, so I have actually used a lot of knowledge, what I read in this, in my own service. So that made it very easy. My service became easier because of clearing JAIIB CAIIB. So let's see what else we have. We have to see that what is in module A and what you will be covering in module A. Module A covers a lot of the operational aspects of the banking, the deposit side. What are KYC? What is operational aspects of KYC? Opening accounts, various types of customers, deposit accounts, handling, clearing, collection checks, banker special relationship. Although a lot of thing has been covered, and you must be dealing with a lot of things in your actual working in the bank. And here are 3 units from foreign exchange, where we'll be talking about foreign exchange remittance facilities for individuals, operational aspects of NRI business, foreign currency accounts for residents and other aspects, cash management services and its importance, payment and collection of check and other negotiable. This is again very important because we deal with checks all the time. Post-dated checks, stale checks. We have to know that what it means and how NI Act. We have to know various sections to save our own job, and what is allowed, what is not allowed, where the paying bank will get protection, where the collecting bank will get protection. We can understand it through these units. Then we have ancillary services, financial inclusion and financial literacy, and last 3-4 are related to customer service. And in customer service we'll be dealing with how we have to deal with the complaints, different kinds of complaints, how to we have to deal with RTI, what is allowed, what you can share, what you cannot share. All this is covered in last 4 units. This particular module will be taken by Aman ma'am, and I will take the next module. In fact, from tomorrow, I'll be starting with this particular module and we will cover everything. As I told you that I was posted at different places, and I was branch manager as well as field officer. I've worked in credit section. So whatever my own experience has been, I will be covering that so that you can understand it. And first of all, before you start your preparation, you must understand that mainly 2 kind of questions can come. One is factual, where it is very fact based, and the second is conceptual. What is fact based? Where you have to know the name of sections, where you have to know that what are OVDs is. There is no particular concept related to it. You have to just remember these things. In concepts, we'll be understanding that how we have to do appraisal, why we have to do appraisal, why we should know that there are different type of borrowers and different credit facility. What is fund-based, what is non-fund-based credit facilities? What does this mean? How a banker can give customer service based on the knowledge, and how we have to protect the bank, how we will do the appraisal and assessment of credit facilities, operational aspects of loan accounts, type of collateral, what are the collateral and its characteristic. Like in case of home loan, we have mortgage. In case of car loan, it is hypothecated. The car that is purchased out of bank's finance, it is hypothecated. So what it means actually, and how you have to check and you have to ensure that the bank remains safe. That is why it is very important to understand this. And before we start with this, you as a banker, because I'm an ex-banker, I hope that all of you are very clear that we are in the business of taking deposit from the customers and we are lending it to the borrowers. And how does this work? That suppose 100 rupees is deposited by a depositor, FD, and we keep 30 rupees as some reserve ratio, as we have read in Indian economy and Indian financial system, and 70 rupees we give loan to the borrowers. On this 100 rupees, bank will be paying suppose 7% of interest, and on this 70 rupees, we will take 9% suppose from our borrowers. And why this section is important? That when we are lending this 70 rupees, if this is your own money, you will ensure that this 70 rupees come back to you with interest rate, because that is the difference of 9% and 7% is the revenue for the bank. So you have to save the revenue, as well as you have to ensure that the person who has given us deposit of 100 rupees, he or she we have to return that money. That is not the money of the bank that we have taken from as deposit from our customers, and we are liable to pay them back. So while giving loans, we have to be very careful that to whoever we are giving this loan, whether they are personal loan, whether they are business loans, we have to understand that it is very important that sound appraisal and assessment of that is done, so that we get all this money back in a timely manner. Non-performing assets, stressed assets. How we have to deal with the non-performing assets. What are non-performing assets? Assets where we are not getting interest or principal, and how we have to deal with them will be studying in this particular unit. Important laws regarding recovery of dues. What are the laws that are relating to recovery of dues? Contracts of indemnity, contract of guarantee, bank guarantee, letter of credit, and this bank guarantee letter of credit will fall under trade finance. The loans we give to the exporters and importers. What we do is that we don't only give loan to the person who are resident Indians or people who are working in India, dealing in India, in Indian markets. We also give loan to people who are exporting or importing from other countries. So in that case, what we have to keep in mind, we will be discussing this in contract of guarantee and bank guarantee and letter of credit. Deferred payment guarantee. What is deferred payment guarantee? Laws relating to bill finance, personal finance, priority sector lending. We all know that all the commercial banks, all the RRBs, they have to put aside some of the percentage of their advances. We have to lend it in the priority sector advances. Agriculture advance, finance to MFI, co-lending arrangement with NBFCs, micro small enterprises, this is MSME. Government sponsored scheme, we get a lot of application from different departments of government where we have some targets in the branches and we have to give loans in the government sponsored scheme. We also lend to the self-help groups. So we will be discussing all these things in our classes in a very detailed manner, and we will be going through all the concepts as well as we'll be touching upon all the facts that as a banker we have to remember. Module C is banking technology. Banking technology, a lot of changes has taken place since last few years in banking because of changes in technology. Like CBS came, then there is NPCI, there is digital banking. A lot of new technology trends in banking are fintech, hashtag banking, etc. So these are all important, and this section will be taken care of by Aman ma'am. Ethics in bank, this is comparatively very easy module. You can do it in one go because we know a lot about ethics. As a culture also, we know a lot about ethics, and since we are working in bank, it is very important to be ethical, and so we have to understand this. What is ethics at individual level, ethical dimensions, employees, work ethic and the workplace, banking ethics, and what are the changing dynamics. This section will again be taken care of by Aman ma'am. So what about your exam? Your exam will consist of around 100 questions, and in 100 questions you have to qualify. For qualification you need 50 marks or 45 marks and 200 in all the subjects combined. There is no negative marking. As you all know that there is no negative marking, but to reach up to 50, if we want moon, then what we should do? We should aim for the stars. This is what you have to do. So what will be your target? For how much score you will work so that you make it ensure that you qualify your paper with 50% marks. You should target for at least 80 to 90 or 90 to 100. 80 to 90 or 90 to 100. And for that, what you need is, you have to study it very well, understand all the concepts, try to revise all the facts multiple times so that you can recall it while you are giving the exams. The objective of the exam is that you have to be very careful while working in the bank because a lot of risk is involved. As a banker, we have to see that we know all the rules and regulations of the whatever we are dealing, like Prevention of Money Laundering Act, what is NI Act, what is Contract Act, how it helps, and as a banker, we have to be very careful while doing the work, as well as it will become, if you relate everything, especially PPB. For PPB, I always say that you should relate it to the work you are doing in the bank. And I'll be giving you a lot of examples from my own experience, because I was a loan officer as well as branch manager in SBI. So I know whatever experiences I had, that I'll be sharing with you. About the crash course, you will get module-wise concepts, because you'll have classes module-wise, you will have topic-wise test, full-length test, ebooks, and I'll be providing you summary notes so that you can revise it multiple times before your exams. Courses in crash course. After crash course will come with revision batch as well. You can enroll for that. Mini marathon has started on Sunday. We are doing mini marathon. You can practice the questions from mini marathon, and we'll also come up with Maha marathon, where you can practice. Before the exams, try to solve as much as questions, because after studying the concepts, it is very important that you are able to understand it, and you can apply it during the exam. You are able to recall it while giving the exams, and you will get all these benefits in JAIIB Mahapack. And what else you can get in JAIIB Mahapack? In JAIIB Mahapack, you will also get, apart from these things, crash course, revision batch, mini marathon, Maha marathon, these are available. This will be available on the YouTube channel. You'll have to subscribe our channel for that. And in JAIIB Mahapack, you will get double validity. You will get double validity. If you have taken it for 6 months, it will be for 12 months. If you have taken it for 12 months, it will be valid for 24 months. So what should be your strategy and how you should study? Target to clear the paper in single attempt. And it is very much possible to clear your paper in single attempt. As a banker myself, I joined bank in May 2009. I cleared my JAIIB in November 2009, and in May 2010 I cleared my CAIIB exams. So this is very much possible, and I was self-studying. I had no one to clear my doubts back then, but you have now mentors to clear your doubts. You can practice a lot of questions so that it will become revised, and target that you clear your JAIIB exams in one single attempt. For that, first of all, you'll have to target that you clear the paper in single attempt. Clear concepts, clear all the concepts that we are teaching in our paid classes. Revise multiple times, especially the facts. Facts you have to revise a number of times, because we tend to forget the acts, the sections of the acts. And as a banker, you are dealing with customers on a daily basis. You have targets, you have bosses, you have other colleagues. So it becomes very difficult to remember all the facts and understand it. So what at Adda we try to do is, we try to make it very easier for you, so that you understand the concept, you practice a lot, and by the time your exam comes, you are able to recall it and give it in and clear the paper in one single attempt. I left bank in 2022. Practice mock tests and clear doubts. Whatever doubts you must be having, some doubts, then you can clear the doubts in the classroom, or you can ask your mentors, whoever is teaching what, they can clear your doubts. As we all know that we are in the business of lending, and lending is very important for bank. We have to be very careful while doing lending. It is also important that we know all the acts. It is very important that how the assessment should be done, appraisal should be done, what should be mentioned before sanctioning the loan and what care you have to take. Suppose you have to if you relate everything your actual working, suppose a company comes to you and they want to avail one loan, and you have taken MOA from them, which is Memorandum of Association, and there it is written that they are doing a particular business, but you have sanctioned a loan for something else that the company is not allowed to do. In Memorandum of Association, it is written that what the company is allowed to do. And if you have given loans, then that will become difficult for you because that loan will most probably go bad. So that's why it is very important that you understand the terms. And once you understand the terms, you will not forget it. And like I'm giving one example of MOA. You can take example of resolution. Board resolution we have to take while opening one account, and the board has the resolution was taken that they want to bank with Bank of India, but you're working in PNB or SBI. Can SBI or PNB open the account? No, they cannot open because the mandate is for Bank of India. So you have to be very careful that what papers you have to take and how you can. And when you relate everything to your bank, then when you relate everything to your bank, it will become easier for you to recall it during your exams, and you will be able to clear your paper in just one single attempt. It is not very difficult paper, although Module A and Module B covers around 60 to 70% of the syllabus, but it is not very difficult. You just have to know the concept and you have to remember the facts. Second thing is that for Module C, which is your technology based, you'll have to know a lot of things, because if you're not from IT background, then a lot of things you might not be knowing. And so you should, and sometimes a lot of questions comes from Module C, which is on technology. So you have to be very thorough with that. Module D is quite easy. You can easily clear that paper, and you have to, because you're working and you get very less time to study, so you can buy our courses. As the JAIIB Crash Course will be taking online classes from tomorrow. I'll be taking classes from 6 to 7 for English batch. So be present for the classes, and for enrolling our courses, I would suggest that first download the app from Google Store or Apple Store. Go to all courses, JAIIB, CAIIB, you can take Mahapack. In Mahapack, you will get all the benefits of Crash Course as well as revision course, because that will get updated there. You can take JAIIB Mahapack with double validity, and you can enroll for JAIIB Crash Courses in both the languages. It is available. I'll be taking PPB Module B. I'm starting from tomorrow 6 to 7. I'll be available from 6 to 7 for PPB. Different teachers are taking different subjects. Like Aman ma'am and I'll be taking PPB, and AFM will be taken by Aarti ma'am and Priyanshu ma'am. So different subjects, different teachers are there. RBWM will be taken by Vishal sir. So you'll get all the notifications with you that when your classes are starting, and all those colleagues who are appearing for JAIIB exams, you can suggest them that they can join our batches, because we'll be starting tomorrow and you don't have much time left for your exams. So I suggest that start your preparation, and just after working for 1.5 months, you get the increment. Your increment will help you lifelong, because your salary will increase, your basic will increase, your PF will increase, and in your PF you will see the compounding effect. So you should try to clear your paper as early as possible. And And you will also gain a lot of knowledge from JIB, clearing your JIB, because I have actually used these knowledge while working in bank. When I was branch manager, I used a lot of things from what I have studied in JIB, CAIIB. So that's it from my side. Is there any question anyone would like to ask? I hope I'll see you all tomorrow, 6 to 7, because we are starting with the units and we'll completing it as early as possible. So that, yes, right now this is my full-time job. I help all the bankers because I was banker. I've learned a lot and I think I should spread my knowledge. It was my personal decision to do that, but I'm enjoying it. I was enjoying when I was in bank. I'm enjoying it when I'm teaching. So both ways, I have a win-win situation. Any question? Definitely. It is very easier. I don't think that it is very difficult. You just have to work hard for 1 month. It is just a matter of 1 month. Till 9th November, you will be able to clear your paper. And so you should start your preparation. Just for 1.5 months, you have to be focused. Clear your concepts, practice, revise. This is the simple thing you have to do. And after that, you will definitely clear your paper. And do recommend all your friends that they join our batches, because the batch is starting from tomorrow. We had our orientation class yesterday as well as today. And after that, we'll be starting the batch. And so don't miss any class because you'll benefit a lot. A lot of the concepts are interrelated. When I'll teach you fund based, then you'll be able to understand what is non-fund based. It will become very easier for you to understand. So suggest all your colleagues to join the batch as early as possible. And if possible, take JAIIB Mahapack, because you'll get a lot of practice questions. There are a lot of mock tests available there. So you can avail the benefit of all these things. I hope there is no more questions. So see you all tomorrow, 6 to 7. Right? And all those who would like to take the class in Hindi, I'll be taking the same class at 8 to 9 in Hindi. And from 6 to 7, I'll be taking in English. This is evening, PM. 6 to 7 in the evening, English, and 8 to 9 evening, bilingual. In both the languages, I'll be taking principles and practices of banking. I hope I have answered all the questions and wishing you all the best. I hope that you all clear your paper in one single attempt, and it is very much possible to clear the paper in one attempt, because if I can do, why not you? And so I'll be teaching. I'm starting tomorrow. I hope I'll see you all there.